welcome to another edition of Time Out Overtime on the Time Out Overtime YouTube channel. Had a little technical glitch with the show I had just produced a few minutes ago. We're going to try this again. But before we get started, I'd like to put in a few good words for my good friend and a good man, Tim Lindley at Quality PC in downtown Hillsdale, because without his generous assistance, I wouldn't be able to do this right now. My tech skills aren't that good. I could have set this whole thing up on my own. Uh, Tim Lindley and his assistant, Zach, at Quality PC are two of the most tech savvy men in the area. And we are very fortunate to have someone like that in our midst uh, to solve all of our technical issues that we may have. If you're in the market for a new computer, or if you maybe you'd like to buy a used one, or the computer you have needs some work done on it, needs to be a little tweak job or on it, whatever, get in there and see Tim. Bring it in there, he'll fix it right up for you. Uh, if you just bought a flat screen smart TV, you need it set up and programmed, give Tim a call. He'll take good care of you. Anything at all related, tech related. Printers, whatever it is. Get in there and see them. You can give them a call at 517-610-5372 in downtown Hillsdale at 37 Waldron Street. That's about 100 yards west of Howell. On the north side of the street, he's right on the alley there. Give him a call. Again, at 517-610-5372, or better still, get in there and see him. And when you do, tell him Rick sent you. Would you please? I appreciate it. Thanks. Going to lead off this morning, with a little NCAA basketball. There are still two Big Ten teams alive in the tournament, Purdue and Illinois. Illinois is number 3 seed taking on number 1 seed UConn today at the I think that's a little after 6 o'clock tonight at the TD Garden Center in Boston. So good luck to the Fighting Illini. You win that, you're in the Final Four. I'll see you in Arizona next weekend. And Purdue taking on Gonzaga. And they beat them last night, rather handily. And tomorrow they will play Tennessee. So you've got 1 against 2 tomorrow, a little after 2 o'clock at Little Caesars Arena in downtown Detroit. Good luck to both of those Big Ten teams. And matter of fact, it's been, 19 years since we've had 2 Big Ten teams in the Final Four. And that would have been Michigan State and Illinois back then. Of course, Illinois would then go on to lose to North Carolina, I believe it was, in the championship game. In fact, the last time a Big Ten team won the NCAA tournament, we'd have to go all the way back to 2000 when a Mateen Cleaves-led Spartan team. I think they beat Florida back then. Anyway, that was the last time any Big Ten team won a championship. So good luck to those 2 Big Ten teams. And hey, if they win, we'll see them next weekend in Glendale, Arizona, which is in suburban Phoenix. The ladies are playing too, but I don't have all the specifics on that one. Of course, Iowa with Caitlin Clark, they're still alive. But and by the way, before I forget too, congratulations to Caitlin Clark for all the marvelous, wonderful accomplishments at the University of Iowa. She's had just a magnificent basketball career there, and I'm sure she'll be successful in the WNBA as well. But she's broken all of Pete Maravich's scoring records. But as I said this morning on the Time Out Show with Andy, Pete Maravich, back when he played, freshmen were not allowed to play varsity sports back then. And there was no 3-point shot either. What's the point I'm trying to make here? I'm not trying to downplay any of this young lady's accomplishments. I'm merely saying if Pete Maravich would have played 4 years and had been shooting 3-pointers all 4 of those years, he would have had at the end of his career at LSU, he would have had well over 5,000 points. I guess that's the whole point I'm trying to make there. Anyway, congratulations, Caitlin. You had a marvelous career. Look forward to watching you, whatever happens to Iowa in the remainder of the tournament. We look forward to watching you in the WNBA starting next year. Okay, we got basketball out of the way. Let's move to the Tigers. They beat the White Sox Thursday 1-0, as you probably know by now. Jason Beck went into Dan Dickerson's, thanks to Dan Dickerson's crack research staff, apparently has found out that this was the first time in franchise history, and the Tigers go back to 1901, that they won an opening day game 1-0. First time ever. Yeah, the stats that they keep nowadays are ridiculous, aren't they? So there you go. That's the first time the Tigers have ever won an opening day game 1-0, ever. Anyway, they played, they pitched magnificently. Derek Skubal, you can see why, pardon me, you can see why he's a Cy Young Award candidate. He was overwhelming. And the White Sox, a mostly right-handed hitting team, do have some formidable right-handed hitters in that lineup. In Eloy Jimenez and Robert and Johan Moncada and Andrew Vaughn, they're all pretty good. But he only issued 3 singles. One was an infield hit. White Sox only had 3 base runners and then never had a man past first base. As good as Skubal was, the bullpen was even better. The bullpen was perfect. Shelby Miller came in and got 3 outs. Andrew Chafin came in and got 4 outs. A.J. Hinch wanted him to get that leadoff left-handed hitter leading off the 9th inning for the White Sox. Jason Foley's stuff was filthy. 2-seam fastball at 102 mile an hour with, as Jim Price used to say, magnificent late movement. Tiger bullpen could be the heart soul of the team this year. And I'm anxious to see too how Casey Mize does Monday night in New York against the Mets at Citi Field. By the way, that's a 3-game series. All 3 games are at night. The weather does not look good for us this week here. It's a good thing the Tigers are on the road. I guess the good news is it's going to warm up by next weekend. Next Friday is opening day here. Sunshine in mid-50s. We'll take that. The whole weekend looks good next week. Thank God for that. It's like a holiday. Opening day in Detroit. There is no better major league opening day anywhere than in downtown Detroit and what the Tigers do. And of course, when they go out to Comerica Park, they get a look at the new gigantic scoreboard. It's the second largest scoreboard in Major League Baseball. New food menu items, upgraded sound system. And we'll see about the upgrade of the product of the team playing on the field too. But by the way, too, I think the Jean-Paul Morosi and most of the experts at MLB Network are picking the Tigers to win the Central Division. I told you last week, I think they're going to go 87-75. And I do expect them to win the American League Central. Now, yeah, I mean, I think they've got 2 weeks here, and about the middle of April, they've got a couple of key series coming up already against the Minnesota Twins. If they can come off of this 6-game road trip, just being 4-2, win the series in Chicago, take 2 out of 3 from the Mets, come home 4-2. I don't think we can ask for any more than that. In fact, as bad as they've been in April, I might even be satisfied with 3-3. The rest of the series, what have we got? We've got Kenta Maeda making his Tiger debut today. And then the other veteran that they acquired this offseason, Jack Flaherty, will make his debut for the Tigers tomorrow. Both games start about 2:10 our time. So, Tigers, yeah, I think that's all we're going to say about them. As far as the Red Wings go, this isn't good. They're not going to make the playoffs. They're in Florida today to take on the Panthers. I think it's 12:30 start. I said something earlier in the week. I've been texting Andy, and I think Derek Lalonde, even though this is just his second year as a Wings head coach, he's not the guy. The coach and his assistants are directly responsible for the players that are on the ice, the different lines, the different shifts. There are a couple of players out there who have been veteran players for the Wings who have been a liability out there on the ice. One of them is Jeff Petrie. This guy, he should have been cut 2 months ago. Why is he even still out there on the ice yet? To me, Derek Lalonde is responsible for this downfall that the team has, this funk that the team has been in the last several weeks. But, and I do say but, unless there's a huge disconnect between Derek Lalonde and Steve Yzerman, he's probably not going anywhere. But if Yzerman feels like he has to protect his own tail to keep his own job, he just might throw him under the bus. I doubt it, but stranger things have happened. So, it's sad. The 5th year of the Yzerman administration and still no playoffs. Little Caesars Arena has yet to see any hockey playoffs. So, and that's too bad. It's a very nice venue. So Wings, you got 9 games left. You've got 78 points. I'm thinking 93. Probably have to get to 93 to just get to one of those 2 wild card spots. It's not going to happen. Sorry, Wing fans. There's always next year. Lions. NFL league meetings were this past week in Orlando, Florida. And I thought team president Rod Wood had some interesting things to say in regard to Cameron Sutton. The Warren Hillsborough County, Florida Sheriff's Department issued the warrant for his arrest on March 20th. According to Rod Wood and what he said last week in Orlando, at the time the Lions got wind of all this, that and he indeed was a wanted man and that there had been a warrant issued for his arrest, he was downstairs working out with the training staff at their Allen Park facility. And again, as Rod Wood told the story, that they immediately went downstairs and advised him to seek legal counsel and turn himself in. But he didn't do that. He simply he exited the facility, hadn't been seen since. That's where the Lions messed up, folks. Very disappointed with what they did and how they handled this whole situation. In fact, we didn't have time to cover this this morning on Andy's show, but I'll tell you what I think they should have done now. If they knew that he was a wanted man and there had just been a warrant issued for his arrest in Florida, and that they knew that he was downstairs working out, the first thing they should have done was get on the phone, get on the horn, Lions, and call the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Department in Florida. Hey, he's here. We got him here. You want him? We got him right here. Had they done that, I can assure you, within minutes, he would have been apprehended and this whole damn thing would be over. But no, he's still out there yet. Who Lord only knows when they're ever going to catch up with this guy, but he's a wanted man. He's a fugitive. He's wanted by the law. In fact, if the sheriff's department down there wanted to, they could have cited the Lions for aiding and abetting. You guys had him and you let him get away. Why didn't you call us? Very disappointed in the way the Lions handled this thing, folks. Uh, Rod Wood, in fact, I'm even surprised he put this out for public consumption, but he did. Uh, in the course of what he had to say, he spoke for about a half an hour. He also mentioned that yes, they will be getting new uniforms this year. In fact, I think it's April the 18th. Season ticket holders have been invited to a special event at Ford Field, at which time the new uniforms will be unveiled. He did mention they're not changing the team colors. They will still be Honolulu blue and silver, but they are making some tweaks. What are the tweaks? Well, I would imagine when they're at home, if they're wearing the blue jerseys, you might see white pants, things like that. I don't think it'll be anything drastic, but I think the blue helmet with the blue jerseys and the white pants might be a good look. So we'll have to wait until April the 18th. I think I might have said December the 18th, but obviously it's not December. April the 18th is when those new uniforms will be unveiled. That's 10 days before the NFL draft, which is the last weekend in April in downtown Detroit. They've already started construction on the stage. They started that yesterday, 2,500 square foot stage in Cadillac Square, I think is where it is. If you're all familiar with downtown, spectacular. When the NFL does something, they do it right. Anyway, it'll take 3 or 4 weeks to construct, and another 2 weeks to tear it down. So because of that, for the next 6 weeks, there will be certain roads and streets that will be closed in downtown Detroit. So if you're headed down there, not just for the draft or for any reason at all, before you head out, make sure you do your due diligence. You know where you're going, etc. So the event itself is free. Parking is not. So interesting to see how much it will cost to park at downtown Detroit that entire week. Good luck with that. If you're going, be prepared to spend some money, but have a good time. Have we covered everything that we didn't cover this morning with Andy? I think we have. Okay. All right. Don't forget, as always, every Saturday morning from 9 to 10 on WCSR 92.1 FM, Timeout Show with Andy Brown. And I'll talk to you again in a few days here. So until then, hey, happy Easter, everybody. Take care of yourselves. And until next time, bye-bye.